If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question: how does a person with social anxiety cope with their work life? As a person who's anxious all the time at this point in my life, I'd say finding out the cause of someone's anxiety may help them control it, or better yet, cope with it. That's the right word. Sadness and anxiety is so difficult to control that people acquire bad habits in order to feel okay, or a little okay. Just not fidgety, or down, or paranoid, or in most cases awkward. Things like smoking, heavily drinking, sex addiction, among other taboo activities are ways for some people to cope. That's not all. Others find a way to mask it. For you, an ordinary person, to not notice that they're not quite normal. Some people with mental illness just want to fit in. So when they're at work, that is absolutely no place for their mental demons. So at this point, if they have not already had a doctor's prescription for meds, and miraculously avoided the previous habits, they have to be suffering very much inside. Because these feelings of sad, anxious, hyperactivity are very hard to repress, once again. So they go home after work, they may have children, or a boyfriend/husband/roommate, etc. Those are the only people to receive what's been hiding all day. Some of these people might have strong relationships, and the significant other might understand that said person's personality is this way, but not always. I don't want to guess and say you have social anxiety. But if you're curious, the best way to cope with it around others depends on what works for you. Is it hurting you or others? Go for it. Is it making you seem awkward and outcasty but is making you feel better? Duck everyone else. Having social anxiety may not be a permanent thing. My best guess as a nursing student is that you still have a few more developmental levels to reach and leave. It's going to be okay. Are you afraid that you'll not be accepted by others? Trust me. Everyone has to go through some terrible things. I'm not saying you should suck it up and just live, but remember, people in general, society, can influence each other a lot, but you cannot let it change or hurt or scare you. Coping with social anxiety in my book begins with putting you first, not them. Do not be afraid, and as I said, it's very hard to ignore anxiety in your core, but while you're at work, you've made it that far. Remind yourself that you're there to improve your life, and so are your coworkers. When you feel that mental demon dragging you, to feed it with worrying, starve it. Try your best to keep a straight face on your heart and mind. Once again, it's going to be fine. Don't let social anxiety define you. It doesn't last forever. Find more answers and a free audiobook on how to talk to anyone in the description below. No useless advice like just get out there. I mean actual useful advice from people who have really dealt with shyness and social anxiety and overcome it in their own lives.